Hey, hi guys, welcome to another Legacy of the Fighter. Now we have another guest for us today, and we are joined with Madame Outerorange herself. How you doing, my lady?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Good.
I'm doing well.
Nice. So happy Sunday. We try to get these on Sundays. It seems that Ty also recorded his on a Sunday too. So hey, it might be a good occasion to try pump out some more of those. So if you guys like any of these and want to see more of these, be sure to subscribe, like, follow the content creators that you love, and put in a suggestion below of who you probably want to see featured next on the next Legacy of the Fighter. Today we're joined with Miss Outerorange, one of the rising stars of current Vanguard content creation. We've had Papa different fight for a while now, but it's good to see some new blood getting some well-deserved recognition. And Miss Outerorange is no stranger to it right now, doing really well for herself. I think she's sitting at around 800 subs right now at the moment.
About to be 800. 775 as of this morning.
She's keeping tabs. She's on the pulse. She's right here.
1K, man. Close.
So close. So what got you into wanting to do content creation for Vanguard?
So I've actually technically had a channel for a while, but I was doing like gaming stuff on it, and it wasn't anything too crazy, and I was doing it only for fun, and I was just using my PlayStation 4 and stuff. And I'm a big gamer, like gaming's always been my thing. And then I got into Cardfight Vanguard like pretty aggressively, like to the point where I wanted to do like more with it, and mainly because like as a spectator, as a viewer, as a card gamer, I noticed that there could be more. There could be like more content creation out there. So I kind of just woke up one day after my channel being dead for like over a year, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna change my content. I'm gonna start actually taking this seriously, because originally I was doing a couple box openings here and there, like super my stuff, just like out of the blue. Like every couple months, I would just be like, oh, here's my Infinity Cradle box. Woohoo! And then after that, I was like, you know what? I could go further. I'm a pretty competitive person. I really like playing the game. I take the game pretty seriously. This is one of the few things that I'm keeping consistent in my life. I think I could actually make content out of this. And I started really small with like just a couple minor things here and there. And then I realized that I have a very certain view on like researching and really like digging through and finding deck profiles and looking at things. I'm really big into that. And I was like, you know what? I could show other people that, show what I'm creating, what I'm doing. And then just kind of started from there. And here I am.
And the name Outerorange. Why Outerorange then? Above all things.
That one's a weird one. I'll give you kind of like the brief, I guess, explanation. It's kind of a long story, but I used to be known on my internet persona a while ago. Used to be Shaved Banana. I'm talking like a decade ago, like on Xbox.
Oh dear. Okay.
Well, long story short, I had a lot of fun with that name, and when I was creating my PlayStation 4 tag, I couldn't think of a name, and I was like, I can't use banana, so I guess I gotta think of something else. And I thought, and I was looking at some oranges, and then I was like, the outer peel of an orange would be interesting. Then I was like, hey, Outerorange has a nice ring, and that created my PlayStation 4 account. And when I was doing my gaming content on YouTube, I was Outerorange from my PS4 stuff. So all I did was just switch it to Vanguard, but I kept the name. So I've just been Outerorange technically for both my old and my new stuff. So that's where that came from.
Oh, and that's so cool too, because it's also one of the things that can happen to content creators sometimes, is that they fall into situations where they call themselves Yu-Gi-Oh! Jeff or something, and it's sort of like pigeonhole all their content into one thing, whereas people like you, like TIE Fighter, or like yourself, Outerorange, or any of the other current content creators, they can just kind of do whatever. They can kind of say, one of these days I don't feel like doing Vanguard right now. It's not for me at the moment. Kind of do something else. Gives you freedom to do what you want.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be locked behind like a title. And also as a person, I'm very into just doing so many different things. I have a hard time just sticking to like one thing. Though granted, Vanguard has been doing really well with that. Like, I usually don't, I love hobby hopping. I'm like I draw, I write, I read, I code. There's so much I do, but this is one of the few things that's actually stayed consistent. So having my name makes it easier. Like if I want to stream something that's not Vanguard related, I don't have to be scared about putting it on my YouTube channel thinking, oh no, but my name is TCG Outerorange. What am I gonna do? This is a video video game, so I don't have to think about that stuff, which is nice. And plus, the name is nice and short and pretty memorable. So like, I feel like people have no trouble. They're like, "Yep, that's Orange over there doing orange things."
And then you said like you tend to hobby hop the whole entire time. But what got you hopping into the hobby of Vanguard? Like, what made you want to play it?
So, I was in college for my second degree for software engineering, and I was kind of going through a rough time where I wasn't really talking to anyone. I was just studying and school. I just went through like a breakup too, so I was kind of like in this weird spot. And I can't remember how, but one of my friends in my laboratory coding classes was like, "Hey, I just opened up this thing called Anime Club. You want to like help me join?" And it was a close friend of mine and the only person I really talked to, and I was like, you know what, sure, I'll do it. I'll go to this thing. And we had like a game night one of these nights, and I love game nights, by the way. So I was like going all ham, going all crazy. This one guy walks up to me who's still a close friend of mine now, and he was like, "Hey, so like I noticed you," he's awkward, by the way, so he's like, "I noticed you like games, but do you like card games?"
Oh, and he got you.
So he was like, "There's this game called Card Fight Vanguard, and you should try it." And like, at first I was like, I don't know. I haven't touched TCGs since like Yu-Gi-Oh. It's been like 6 years. And he was like, okay, just what are you into? And I was like, I'm into Drop Zone decks. I really like Drop Zone. Drop Zone's cool. I played the zombie stuff in Yu-Gi-Oh. So he literally just kind of barfed up a Baskirk V deck for me from Grand Blue one day, and just was like, "Here, all you have to do is just like get like 2 more copies of like Baskirk and you have a full deck." And I was like, "Huh?" It's just like, for me. And so that being said, I got to Baskirk, and that's pretty much, I really like the way that deck worked with the whole, I can call out one card and do this and do that. And then I kind of started learning from there. And then Cocytus happened, and that's it. I just fell in love with Vanguard after Cocytus dropped in August in like, I think it was 2019, I believe. It was during the My Glorious Justice stuff. But yeah, after that I was just hooked. And then regionals was a couple months later, even though I had no idea what I was doing. I went to regionals and had a lot of fun. Took my little flanker Cocytus deck. Almost beat everybody, but I couldn't handle Hyuga at the time.
And now you're hooked on Vanguard at the moment, and you said about regionals and stuff. What is your current like achievements that you have currently for Vanguard in terms of the competitive scene?
So I went to regionals, and obviously I was like 3 months into the game, so I didn't do too high. I was going 4-0, and then I went 5-1, and then I went 5-2. So I pretty much was out. But at that point, I didn't continue after that. And then COVID happened right after that. I was very surprised I did so well. Like, I was going 4-0. My 2 closest friends, one was the guy that introduced me to the game, and the other guy is the guy I introduced to a game, was my best guy friend. They were both like, "He's 1-0, he's 2-0, he's 3-0. They thought I was going all the way. And I was like, there's no way. Like, there's no way I'm going all the way. Not that I'm saying I can't, but like, I just didn't know enough about clans. Like, Narukami just destroyed me because I picked up a perfect guard. Didn't know they had a rear guard that says no perfect guards, and I died to that with a Greed Shade. But anyway, so it was rough. It was their final attack, and I was holding a perfect guard gift, a regular perfect guard, and like a 15k block. I didn't have enough to block it. If I had literally Greed Shade for a heal, I would have had enough. So, and it was the turn before, so it's kind of sad. But anyway, regardless, so in regionals, I didn't do too hot, obviously. Well, I did pretty well, but I didn't come all the way through because, Hyuga exists, because that's the other deck I lost to. And then COVID happened, and during COVID, this was like, I wasn't creating content yet, by the way, during this time. So this is still during my like, I'm just kind of having fun with this thing. So I just was kind of just practicing, just kind of learning what V Premium is. And then I actually started getting competitive when I started creating my YouTube content. So it's only like recently that I really started taking like my actual like regionals and all my events actually seriously. So I would say I don't really have a record, to be honest. I've gone to 1 regional, and I've gone to Bushiroad Spring Fest, and thanks to COVID, I would have gone to the legitimate one, the one that was like, it's supposed to be in person. I would have done that one, but that one didn't happen. I would have gone to actual regionals, but that also didn't happen. So Spring Fest was the only thing I really had, and I didn't do too well. But recently, I went to Different Fights tournament, and I got top 8 in there. And in my locals, in my locals, I have top before with the old Nightmare Doll deck. So before, when Lukier came out into V Premium, there was Carol that came out with it, but there was like almost nothing else. There was a couple dolls here and there, but it was nothing major. I actually topped with that deck in my locals several times. I even beat out Angerblader. There's an Angerblader deck. I went on and I actually beat him. So surprisingly, and this was before restrictions. This was when Angerblader was at its peak. So I did win. But outside of just local toppings and a couple minor stuff here and there, honestly, I don't really have a record at the moment. Like nothing crazy, just a couple tops here and there in like local slash remote fight stuff. But I don't really have anything like, like that's really like, yeah, Springfest or I'm still
But
learning.
talk about the energy of your locals and stuff. Like, what was that local scene like for you? Like, what was the player environment for you when you started to go to your first local store?
Oh my god, it's actually amazing. We have a very intense locals. We have triple sleeve players, we have top players, we have people who've gone to Japan. We got a lot of actually the guy I lost to with Hyuga went to Japan. So so he went. The guy I knew him. The guy I faced in regionals was the same guy that also went to Japan, which is fine. He was playing the game for way longer than me, so I was like, you know what, you can have this one. But yeah, you may or may not know there's Antonio Crow. Tut, who is a big premium Angel Feather player, is one of the people that created a very interesting premium Angel Feather list a while back, but he's in triple sleeve. And I'm not gonna name the other people because they're not like content creators or part of teams or anything like that, but they have topped and they have gone to like the state, within the 50 states, they've gone to like events there and they've topped in those things. But that's pretty much that's our scene. We have a pretty heavy scene. Like we usually have about 20 to 30 players, like especially now with overdress and everything, and we have a consistent 20 to 30 player base, and a lot of people take this very seriously, and we have and these people are playing around. Like it's really rare when you see someone be like, yeah, I'm playing casually. Like normally they play and they play to their heart's end and they intend on winning. So it's which is good because it teaches me, like I don't get that casual side as much. I get that competitive side. I think that's also why I've been able to kind of learn the game at a faster pace, and I think I've been learning at a good pace. So but yeah, it's nice. It's nice. A very friendly crew. I actually just saw them all yesterday. Very sweet, very awesome. We play V Premium and Overdress right now every Saturday, and then Overdress on Fridays. I think we have some other events like Tuesday, but I don't go on Tuesdays. So.
Okay. So you hopped into V in your own local tournament, your own local store. Where was it located again?
My store.
Yeah. Where's your store?
It's here in Georgia, and so like it's just like it's not too far from my house. They're called Super Games Inc. And yeah, they're just here, and I think Noman has actually been around this area quite a few times, even for regionals and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay. And you mentioned about like overdress and stuff, and you've been kind of jumping through. You hopped in with V. You've been humping in the past and in the future of Vanguard at the moment. Like, what formats have been pretty enjoyable for you, and why?
I would say currently V Premium is still like my baby, so it's still like my favorite format, but it's because the one I started with. I did have a love-hate relationship for it in 2020. I was actually this close to being like, maybe I just won't play V at all and just only play premium and only premium. But now with all the clan selection stuff coming out, like I love V. I know a lot of people don't like it, a lot of people like meta, a lot of people like plays. I actually kind of like the simplicity of it. I liked having to take a break from having to like overthink in premium and just kind of casually play and just enjoy the game. And even then, V kind of feels more competitive now. I feel like your counter blasts do actually matter. How you play the game does matter, and I personally enjoy it. I also enjoy it maybe because I actually succeed the best in this format. Like it's really rare when I like go on a losing streak. I usually go like 3-1 or 4-1 depending on how the rounds are. I'm usually in the topper end of like succeeding in my locals than I am on the lower end. And even like in remote fights, I usually do pretty well. But that being said, overdress I like so far. I know there's like a big hype for overdress right now. I'm not like completely set in stone yet with overdress. It's still kind of, there's only one deck I want to play, and that's literally Zorga and like nothing else. And I think that's my problem with it. I wish I could enjoy other ride lines, but I'm just not quite there yet. And I'm sure over time, as more cards start coming out, I'll kind of enjoy it. I do like premium. I actually do play premium. I was literally starting a premium Grand Blue deck in the beginning of 2020, and then everything happened, and then I had to just kind of shove it all aside. And then Springfest happened. I was like, okay, Springfest is a month away. I can actually practice for this. I can sit down with this deck. I can start training, and that's pretty much what I did. I trained against Blade Master, Genesis. What's the other one? That's kind of like a pain. Genesis, Blade Master. There's another one I'm missing. But regardless, I kind of started training. Oh, Murakumo. That's the big
Yep.
one.
No,
So I
yeah,
started
yeah.
training against them, proxying against them, trying to figure out. That's how I discovered Cody the Ghosty is like a really good side tech against like Blade Master and all this stuff. So I really love Premium. I'm still like kind of figuring it out. I would say out of all three, I enjoy Premium the least right now, but it's mainly because the card pool is just so much more massive, and I lose a lot harder in that format. So to me, it's harder. It's more like I have to understand this game than like a fun aspect, if that makes sense. Like I'm just trying to understand how to be good at that format. Whereas the other two, I'm kind of in a decent spot with them, so I can have fun and try to be good at it. I kind of have a little bit more of a balance with them. But yeah, I am having trouble balancing between all three right now. Like it's kind of hard. I've been kind of pushing Premium aside and kind of focusing on the other two more. But I don't know. I like all three. I have fun with all three in their own ways, and it's good to take a break from one and go to another, and to take a break from one and go to another. It's nice to bounce around.
Yeah, okay, I understand. Since each of them have their own form of carpools, and Premium has the encompassing of everything, and then you every time a starter flips, you have no idea what you're going to be expecting the whole entire match.
Yeah.
So even when you see a starter, it's like, oh, I am playing a Premium Zorga deck. Deal with that. Yep. You know, it's just sort of like a weird random thing you can kind of just end up meeting, and you're kind of not in the mindset to kind of deal with it at the moment. Whereas you know everything that's going on in V. You know everything that's going on in Overdress Standard right now. So, okay, I got you. That makes a whole lot of sense. Mm-hmm. So, Madame Orange, do you know what we're going to be doing in just a few minutes or just a moment?
I have a brief understanding, but here, I'll be shocked. What are we doing?
We are actually going to be battling it out in the second segment of this one. I'm sorry, I have no good way to segue into this right now, guys. Give me a minute. But we're going to be playing a best of three against each other, playing their preferred formats and kind of just get to know them a little bit better, you know, the choices and the decisions that they've made. So I'm going to be playing one of my favorite defeat decks that I have liked a whole lot. That is Shadow Paladin. You probably can't see it here. I'll probably put an image. Future JJ will do that. I'll be playing some Shadow Paladin. And Miss Orange, what are you going to be playing today?
Grand Blue.
Yes.
I gotta represent my husband, my Kokaida's husband, and then I gotta represent him again. And then I gotta represent his other counterpart.
Oh, Jesus. All that posted up there. Dang. All right.
Yeah. Gotta represent the boys. But yeah, actually, if we go be with Grand Blue, it's gonna be kind of a weird deck. Just warning. It's not gonna be the usual stuff. I'm testing some funky stuff.
Ooh. So, for you guys at home, we'll see you guys in a moment to see what spice she's been cooking up. Hi everybody, welcome. Now we're going to be playing a best of three with Madame herself against some of those Grand Blues and Shadow Paladin. Let's see if we can get some good games in, and if any questions come to my mind, I'll be asking her in between of the match and seeing, you know, how she responds, if it doesn't break her concentration. Maybe I can use it to my edge.
Oh no!
So we just did a dice roll deciding who goes first. I'll be going first. She'll go in second, and she already has a quick shield set up already. So without further ado, you know, stand up. My starter stood up already.
Stand up, Vanguard. There you go.
All right, let's go. Did you happen to play against a lot of Shadow Paladin matchups, or not at all?
Actually, there is two people in my locals that are pretty heavy about it. One who hasn't been going, one do 3 back. But the other, which is Antonio that I brought up earlier, he's a really big Shadows player. So yeah, he doesn't bring it too often, to be honest. But he loves his Morgid, loves his Luard. Even that, I always forget his name. The guy in the middle with the grade 1 ability, where like you bind like grade 1s and then you get like a restand off of it. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But
Claret Sword.
But yeah, Claret Sword. But I haven't seen it recently, actually. The most that I've seen recently is actually Noman, because Noman topped recently and I watched that whole event, but I haven't been playing it. Nobody around me that's a friend of mine that I actually play consistently with, I see break shadows.
Okay. And then what about the Grand Blue in your area then?
There is a guy named Cameron who has been topping Vision tournaments for quite a while now. He is extremely good. He always takes pretty much first place. He's the guy I usually lose to in V Premium. The guy I lost to against Nightmare Dolls, the guy is really good at Grand Blue. Like, he has this Night Rose deck, like, figured out to the peak. No one can beat him. He's really good.
Whew. Maybe
Yeah,
a world
he
champion.
knows his stuff.
Alright then. Then I'll be kicking things off. Be drawn.
Alright.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Then I will write this, draw a card, and I'll pass a turn to you.
Oh. Draw. Alright, Dapper Ghosty. I'll draw for turn. Draw for skill. Pick up this, and I'll discard. I'll discard my Skull Dragon. And I'll call Tommy the Ghosty back here. Top 5 for a grade 3. And we will.
What has been some of the most difficult matchups you've already had then?
Hyuga.
Hyuga, why?
Before all the stuff changed, before we got like our 30k guards and everything, Hyuga, I was playing with like old Cocytus, and for those of you guys who don't know this old Cocytus, that's a really hard matchup. Losing 10k to your Vanguard going second pretty much it still loses you. Granblue just couldn't keep up back then before Call Guard and everything. So definitely Hyuga back in the day. Nowadays, there's nothing I can think of that like really kills me aside from that. So I went into different fights thing, and Gold Paladins, there's someone that went in with a OTK Gurgit deck, and that was actually insane. That was a really hard matchup. But outside of that, honestly, there isn't really too much. Even Prism, I don't really feel like is a problem. At least to me, like it is a problem, but with how I play, I usually don't have too much trouble dealing with them. This will be 15.
That'll be no guard. Go for it.
Check. It is a Beatrice.
Damache. Grade 1.
Alright, it is your go.
Stand and draw. I will ride a Blaster Duck. Come lasting 1. Getting rid of your Make the Ghosty. And then I will call a... Whew, it's a good one. Call Bronwyn, skilled Bronwyn. Check top 3. 5. No grade 3 to be seen. And then I will use Blaster Duck. To discard a card. Let's see, I will be discarding. It's critical. Calling a Dampwood. His skill. I will Soul Blast one. Retire himself. Search.
Ooh, Superior Ride.
No, God. No.
Oh.
I wish I was that lucky. Because
I actually faced that yesterday.
Because
I forgot. I did face a Shadows player. Someone Superior Ride on me.
Oh, okay, that been.
It was actually yesterday. I completely like got out of my brain. I faced one, so I did face one Shadows recently.
Hopefully. Unfortunately, You still won?
I did win. Yeah, I won the game.
Nice.
So you're just getting your Blaster Dark?
Yep, I'm getting my Blaster Dark.
Okay.
Unfortunately, since I had to ride Niman, I could not have access to Superior Riding this turn.
Oh, that makes sense. Is
So,
it
18.
double drive?
Yes, twin drive.
Twin drive. I'll have to get that at no guard. Go for it.
Okay, first check, Blaster Dark. Second check, run.
Damage. Bow.
Okay, go right ahead. Your turn.
Stand and draw. Alright, Jesse. Because we're sad today.
Oh.
It's okay. It is a 9, so it's a 1 to pass right now.
9, 1 to pass. No guard. Go for it.
Check. Just another Jesse. There you go.
Alright. Stand and draw. We will ride a Mordred.
It's hard.
A Mordred Phantom. Give that to our Vanguard. Then we will call a Blaster Dark. We will give that to Blaster Dark. Then we will Blast of Dark. Need another force marker. Calling Bronwyn. Skill of Bronwyn. Check top 5. No targets. So, 20 to your Vanguard.
Guard that with the 15k, so they get 23.
Okay then.
24, sorry.
No worries. 31 to your Vanguard.
We'll PG that with the quick shield.
Alright then. First check, heal trigger. Both of us are equal damage, so I will heal. Power to Blast of Dark Rearguard. Second check, heal trigger. That does not go off, but I will get power.
Okay.
So this is, let me see, Bronwyn. Nope, only 2. So this is 28, 38, 48, 58 to your Vanguard.
1 damage.
1 damage.
Reach it.
Alright, go right ahead. Your turn.
Ride Beatrice. Type 2. Skill of Beatrice. Go blast. Ball something. I think. Debating how bad I won't get my dragon out. I don't want to get my dragon. I'll call this here. And then I will go. Very tragic hand.
Oh, you soul blasted right for Beatrice or no?
Yeah, I did. I so blasted the Jesse.
Oh, okay.
The one I rewrote.
Yeah,
and I called it back out. I'm gonna put this Damien, steal from hands, fill out a ghosty. Go ahead and out Chappy the ghosty.
He guards from draw, right?
That's, I think you're thinking about Pat. No, his is a when placed if your drop zone has 10 or more. He gets 10k and 10k shield.
Oh, nice.
And he'll just stay over there. Call this Jesse out. And I think that's honestly all I got. Let me think here. Yeah, missing Callbar and Greed Shade hurts. Like a lot. I'll go 14 to your blaster without a rear.
Oh, sure. You got it.
He self-retires. I'll get out a grade 1 off his skill with it counterblast counter charges, so it's fine. This grade 1 does get some power. 5k on his own skill, 5k offers.
Sure.
And then this way, this will be 5 with the 5k, this will be 25 to your Vanguard.
Go right ahead.
Check 1. Read. Check 2. Damien.
Damage. Fallen Dive Eagle.
Alright. And I'll go on this side. Actually, this one's a little bigger. So actually they'll go this way. I'll go 18 to your other blaster dark.
No. I'll go.
No? How about this will be 19. So it'll be 24 to your other blaster dark.
Guard that one too.
Okay, this time I will counterblast since I already used Jesse once. Get out. So I'm gonna be really weird today, aren't I? Yeah, I'll call it out. Why not? We'll be extra spicy today. I'll go 17 to your blaster dark.
Sure, you got it.
Alright, that ends my turn.
Alright. Stand and draw. Alright, then, no right. Call it here. Call Null to Reinvenger Masquerade skill. Search my top 7 for either a Blast of Dark or a Mordred. In my top 7. Yep. Mordred. Retire this. Add a Mordred to my hand.
I love this deck. I'm talking about your deck, by the way, not mine.
Oh, how so?
It's one of my favorite decks in Shadow Paladins.
Why?
I don't know. I just love the restanding Blaster Dark. I feel like a lot of people just didn't understand the coolness of it.
Oh, okay, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, think about this. I could wait a turn. Yeah, I can wait a turn. Her skill, she gets plus 5k, since I have 3 grade 1s in my draw. Then I will attack your Vanguard for 23.
Let that through. Go for it.
Alright. First check, critical. Crit. And power here.
Mm-hmm.
Second check. Bendy.
Damage 1. It is a crit. Power to my Vanguard. Damage 2. It is another crit. Power to my Vanguard.
Okay. So this does make her 28. Sadly enough, that doesn't hit. I would like to attack your Perfect Guard for 28.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh no, this is 33. I can still actually hit your Vanguard still.
Okay.
Then I will use the Masquerade to hit the Perfect Guard then.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then 33 to your Van.
33 to my Van. I'll intercept.
Go right ahead.
Stand and draw. I'll ride another Beatrice. It's time to put some stuff over here. And I'll use our skill. So blast Beatrice. Wild card. Cards. Oh, it's so early. I missed like all my bill. I'm sad. I'll call it a Jessie on this side.
Sure.
And then I will use. Well, decisions. Use Tommy. Top 5. We hit nothing. I'm gonna go in here in like literally 2 seconds. About to use Damien.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go in again?
Oh, I'm looking. I gotta search for something.
No. I meant, are you gonna be going in this turn?
I'm gonna be greedy chaining, but that's it.
Oh, okay. Fair.
I'll drop a Damien.
Sure.
Okay, and then I'll call Greed. Discard crits. Goodbye, heal trigger. And then I will I'll grab a Perfect Guard.
Sure.
Alright, so this one has... Back row has 5. Greed has 5. And yeah. Let's see what's going on in here. Recently changed the deck like this morning, so I'm still figuring out how I want to do this. Okay,
Did you ever have like a difficult turn you couldn't really decide on anything?
Yeah, it's Grand Blue. There's a lot of options.
No, but like in tournaments and stuff. Like, what was the most difficult turn that you think you've ever had?
That's a tough one. That's a good question. I think whenever it's always deciding like how much damage I want to take in situations when the opponent's rushing me. A good example is Spike Brothers. So when they go into Rising Nova, they get a Force 1 and a Force 2. And when you're at 1 or 2 damage, it's really hard to decide if you want to just take all the damage in the world, hope to land defenses and shut them down, or guard early and deal with their like more lethal attacks, like after their 5th attack or whatever. And that decision's always really hard for me. And that could be said about a lot. Like same with Gold Paladins. Like if I'm at 3 damage and they're swinging and swinging and swinging and swinging, if you land like 1 or 2 defenses, it completely shuts down the whole board. And knowing like when to take that damage and when to start guarding or not guarding, because sometimes early guard is better because you're only dropping like 5Ks or 10Ks, but then if you land 2 defenses, that's also good because then you conserve your hand. So it's really just like those types of decisions that like I think are hard to make, and that could be said for like a lot of times in V Premium when you get in those situations, and I feel like it's hard to really know what the right call is.
Okay. So what is Madame Orange gonna decide this turn then?
I'm gonna start swinging.
Swanging.
My board's pretty much set, so everything gets 5 from good old Beatrice. Yeah, I'll go over here. I'll start with 24. Oh, I'm gonna boost. I forgot, nothing's happening on this side. This will be 17, 27, 32.
Then I will guard for 33.
Alright. And then I'll go... Go right here. So this will be just 24 to your Vanguard.
We will take that one. Draw trigger. Power to Vanguard, and I will draw a card.
Okay. And I'll use his skill. I'll counterblast, countercharge. Get out the 1. And you're at 23 now, right?
Yes, I'm currently at 23.
Interesting. 25. Beatrice to Vanguard.
25. Go for it.
Okay. There's a heal trigger.
No,
that's good. I'll need that out. Put power to my boy over here. Check 2. It is a crit, so I'll do crit and power to my boy again.
Nice. Damage. Draw. Power to
Bang.
Second check. Nothing.
Okay, so you're at 33 now, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so this will be 16, 27, 37, 47, 57 to your Vanguard.
I'm currently at 37. Okay. Damage. Heal trigger.
You do heal.
Yep, I do heal. And I'll put this drop. Great. Oh, no. I'll put the Fall Dive Eagle drop some.
Okay, I will use a skill. I'll counterblast, countercharge. Call outs. Chappie on place. Actually, let me see my drops up first. If I don't have 10 actions activated. I do have 10. I have 11 cards. So yeah, I'll do Chappie. He does on place get 10k, and then 5k from Beatrice's skill. So this will be 15, 20, 25 to your rear guard.
That is dead.
Alright. Here's your go.
Alright. Stand and draw. I will ride Mordred Phantom. Gives a force mark over Nya. Calling Damp Hood. Calling Coolbow. Skill. So that's all I got. 1, 2, 3. 3. Skill of Coolbow. I will get back Abyssal Owl here. Using the skill of Damn Poet to retire himself. Add a Blasted Arc from my deck to my hand. Let's see. Abyssal Owl skill. CB1. Draw a card. Let's see. I need to find a way to deal damage to you.
That thinking.
Yeah,
how do I kill you?
I'm trying to find a way how to deal damage to you because I know your Skull Dragon's gonna come out next turn, and how do I push pressure to force you to deal with my board while making your board weaker, or at least like forcing to guard inoptimally. I'll call Blasted Arc here. Skill. Like, I know you have like over 40k shield, and you have the heal trigger in your hand you healed with, so that's another 25k shield, so it's still like, holy moly. It's a lot.
I'm beefy. I'm a beefy Beatrice.
I have a play in my hand I kind of want to do, but I'm gonna go against doing it. Probably gonna regret it, but it's whatever.
I'm curious now.
Yeah.
Oh, you can tell me later.
Yeah, I'll tell you later. Skill.
Did Blasted Arcs not retire anything?
Uh,
Aside from Vanguard?
It can choose to retire on rear as well, but it just eats up my CB if I did so. So no.
Okay.
So no. Right now, no.
Just interested.
All right then. So this is 35, 40 to your Vanguard.
40, huh? Okay. So intercept, this will be plus 25. So that puts me at 37. You said 40, right?
Yep, I'm 40.
I'm just short. I'll just double intercept.
Okay, so I should have probably followed my plan I wanted to do. 40.
40. Blaster Darks, it can be pretty intense after the restand. They get extra 10k power.
Yep, they'll be 45 and 50 respectively.
Yeah. So this will be 25, so that's 37 again, and then I'll block, so that's 47, 52.
Okay. Vanguard, skill, CB1, restand and restand. These both get plus 10.
I'll no guard that.
Okay. First check, critical. Crits.
Keep
Out
hitting
here.
those crits.
Yeah. So that's 10k here. And I'll just put another dice for this 10k here. And the second check, nothing.
Okay, damage 1 is a trigger. Does not go off, but power. Damage 2, it is a crit trigger.
Oh.
I don't think it's gonna save me, to be honest. You always just got me fear.
All right. Oh. Okay. So this is 50 to your van.
Yep, I gotta take that. GG.
Oh, okay.
I have perfect guard.
Okay. Like, I know you had that, but I wasn't sure if you had another ghosty name in your hand, because I was thinking of maybe. I was thinking of playing Danger Lunge that turn, I wasn't sure.
That would have been interesting. Yeah, I needed maybe I should have just taken. See, this is that exact same situation I was just talking about. If I had just taken your first 2 blaster darks, I would have gotten the defense. I would have 2'd past your vanguard, and actually would have survived your turn.
Yes.
But I just didn't know if I would have hit those defenses, and it made sense to guard your early blaster darks as they're just gonna get higher as they get taken by. It's like the scenario I was just talking about when you're asking me what's hard to choose. This is exactly a perfect example. Winning those 2 defenses actually would have saved me if I had just no guarded.
Exactly, but that's not something you would have known. Yeah.
Yeah, because their darks would have gone way higher to where if I did land defenses, I wouldn't be able to guard them. So it was kind of like a big yikes.
And I committed them early, thinking that maybe if you were gonna attack them, it's a little less damage for me to deal with. So I was thinking whether or not to guard them or not, but I wasn't sure where your attacks was gonna go after your vanguard. Like your first 2 turns when you didn't hit any triggers, that was kind of like a saving grace for me at that point.
I don't know, I'm just sad I didn't see Columbard all game.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't have to see
no Columbard, no, and I saw Grey too late. That would have definitely, I would have had a really aggressive first turn if I had like if I saw Columbard, honestly.
Yeah. Really good cycle at the start of the game. You also didn't get to use any Negro Bones at all, so it was just very slow. It was very, very, very slow go at it.
Yep. I was trying to come back, but it wasn't really. I only had 11 cards in my drop zone, and that's really sad for second grade 3 turn.
Okay. So for our viewers at home who are not too knowledgeable exactly what Grand Blue is and what it does or what you're looking to do, what is Grand Blue?
Grand Blue is pretty much a milling deck that just gets aggro power after some time. It's you pretty much, it's a toolbox deck where you're milling out the pieces you need, calling out the pieces you want, and you have the offense and the defense to kind of toolbox out how you want to do it. You can go defensively into draws, you can go offensively into a Skull Dragon, which gains 2,000 power for every card in your drop zone. So if you have like, say 30 cards in your drop zone, that Skull Dragon is getting 60 power plus his own base and everything else. And yeah, it's pretty much kind of how the deck works. You have the power to revive your units constantly, and pretty much, and your damage, if it goes over here, it's also a good thing because you can just bring your damage back to revival as well. That's just how the deck is. Very interesting. I play a little bit of a different one than what normally people play because I'm playing Beatrice Ghosty over the Night Rose builds that people tend to go for.
And is there like any reason why?
I don't like Night Rose that much. I don't like how the deck plays, though I have played it. I've definitely had my fair share with Night Rose as well. I've been testing Night Rose way before it even came out. Like what the minute I heard about the card, like the literal skill when it came out, I was playtesting since then. I like Night Rose, but right now I'm just kind of testing the waters of Beatrice as a standalone deck and just trying to see how far the deck can push, because it's a deck that plays kind of like Nightmare Dolls, where once your opponent is around 4 or 5 damage, it is completely lethal as you attack essentially 4 times on each side, and 2 of those attacks are Skull Dragon attacks, and then you also have a Vanguard swing. So usually your opponent, it's a very lethal end game as long as you get there. But I just think the deck's super fun. It's very toolboxy, just way more interactive than Night Rose is. And Night Rose's condition is like, did you get your Columbard and Greed Chain, you win the game. If you don't, you're stuck. So.
It's sort of feast or famine sort of ideology. Okay.
Yeah, it just gets boring after a while. I think I've just playtested it too much to the point where like I already know how to play with it. I'm not like the best at it, but I kind of already have like the system down, so I'm just trying out other things.
Okay. So, who starts us off this game?
I'll go first. I'll do 3 back again.
I'll do 4 back this time.
Maybe I gotta learn to shuffle better.
I think I could probably see the same for myself. Jesus Christ, they're actually like bullying me today. Holy moly.
Who is?
The deck is actually bullying me today.
The deck is bullying you?
It's just bullying me today. Did you have ever... How do you deal with bad hands? What's your mentality about that?
Play it out. Because sometimes you have a bad starting hand, and you get your first draw, and instantly you're like, okay, I feel better now. Just play it out. I mean, that's the best you can do. Just think about what you can do in your current situation, or what you can go around. Like, say, for example, if your hand is just garbage, then maybe don't aggressively attack your opponent, and maybe go for the rear, slow it down a little bit so you can catch up. use other optimal plays. Like, say you have like one card that's like decent, maybe try to use that card to optimize something else that you would normally optimize. Like, maybe now would be the time to optimize it. A good example is like, for example, normally like in Grand Blue, you have Ghost Ship, which lets you draw a card, but usually people go for like early Navigator, right? But if your hand sucks and you need the extra draw, maybe go into Ghost Ship instead of going into Navigator. Just stuff like that. Just making other decisions that you would normally make.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if that made sense or not, but I hope
it makes sense. It's sort of like trying to, instead of looking at it half empty, like, ah, crap, my hand is garbage, rather than, just play to your outs, I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like
Even
that
if it's
idea.
G-assist, sometimes I've G-assisted. Actually, a lot of times I've G-assisted on stream, and I still came on top. So.
Hell yeah. Alright.
So sometimes you just gotta not let the mentality of a bad hand ruin your game. I've seen people go with really terrible hands, and they end up winning just because sometimes the other person could also have a bad hand. Like, they could actually be bricking even harder than you are, and you just might not be even aware of it. So you never know unless you take the chance and just fight it through.
True. Alright then. So you can start us off.
Draw. Going for the double draw again here. So draw. Draw. Drop something. I don't really want to drop anything, actually. Drop. Dang, I'm gonna have to drop a crit. What's that? Go ahead.
Alright, stand and draw. Yeah, my deck is actually bullying me right now. Draw a card.
Oh, yeah. You're for no main.
Just. Oh, and 5.
5?
Mm-hmm.
Am I 7?
1 to pass.
Make it a no pass. Go for it.
Oof, angry. Go right ahead, your turn.
Well, I mean, my deck is bullying me too. It doesn't want me to get Call Guard today. It's like a strict retraining. I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, I'll call copy the Ghosty. Let's see if there's anything interesting in here. Oh, it was all interesting. It wasn't a great 3. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I don't really need it. It was more just, I usually use Tommy's just to get Skull Dragon out. It's just a faster way to get him out. Alright, so I'll go nice solid 17.
That's a no guard for me, friend.
Check. Oh, there he is. Found him. Skull Dragon.
Skull Dragon. Critical. Power up.
Go ahead.
Stand. Actually, I have superior.
Come back.
Actually, I can superior right. Wow.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. It's a very awkward superior right, but you know what? I am not complaining. How am I gonna do this? Okay. So we'll call Damphood. We use the skill of Damphood, Soul Blast the main, retire herself. I'm not gonna shuffle my deck yet.
I'm assuming you're gonna go back in.
That's right. Then we will call the Blasted Arc that I searched. We will call Cool Bow. We will rest Cool Bow, add in the main, since it's a 5k normal unit. Then we will call the main, rest the main. Where is it here? Then we will get a Bendy. Bendy will Soul Blast since I have one more soul. And I will ride
BBO.
PBO. Phantom Blasted Dragon from my soul. From my deck. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Okay. Cooking. We're cooking.
We got there.
The most roundabout way I've ever seen in human history, but you know what?
Hey, it worked.
It worked. Okay then.
So you have to Soul Blast for the grade 1?
Yes, I still have to Soul Blast for the grade 1.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Yep.
I've never actually played a Shadow Paladins deck, so I don't know the full functionality. I just know what it does.
Okay. I guess I can like explain it to you right now as I did it.
Yeah, I've been watching.
Oh, okay, cool. So the main called Bendy skill Soul Blast is 1, and then I just write PBD for my deck.
Not bad.
And what else do we have access to? I will force marker my Vanguard. And then I will attack your van for 23.
Is it still 2 drive?
It is still twin drive. I cannot use my act abilities.
I'll take it. Go for it.
Alright. First check, draw, all effects van, draw a card. Second check.
Damage.
Alright then.
Field trip.
Go right ahead, man.
Alright, please, 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 please. Nope. This is another extremely bad game.
Ugh.
No Columbard. Kind of a great shade. We're about to dig with him, actually.
Yeah, I mean...
Calm out. Up her scale. Get rid of this dragon. 2. That is still not what I want. I'll bring back... Oh boy. I don't even have a Jesse. I'm crying.
And is greed from out hand? I mean, you could greed again if you really, really need to.
No, you can pick up everything but greed.
Oh.
I'll pick up a trigger, yeah. Sadly, that would be way too busted. But that's okay, I'll do something else though. So I'll use another Beatrice. Oh, I did this in the wrong order. One second.
Oh, it's okay. You can take it back.
No, it's okay. I'll just put her here. I'll Soul Blast. Call. The other greed. This way.
Sure.
I can't pick it up. I can't pick up greed.
Okay.
But that's what I meant. And I'll use the skill. I'll drop that same heal trigger. Oh my goodness. I'll one day get a Columbard. Pick this up back.
Sure.
Oy. Okay. I am not even at 10 drop. Ooh. Nothing hits except him. Oh, 14 to your Blaster Dark.
I will quick shield it.
Alright, go 25 to Vanguard. Actually, sorry, it's more. It's 30.
It's 30. Oof. That is a big gal. That is a no-go for me.
Check. Skull Dragon. Check. Tommy.
Okay. Tamahe is a skull witch name.
Alright, this doesn't hit, so it is your go.
Alright then. Stand. And draw. I will ride Thunder Blaster Dragon again. Call Abyssal Soul Blast, huh? Since we are both the same grid, I can draw a card. I will use the skill to get me a Fallen Dive Eagle. Greed shit is 14 from itself, right?
This one is yes. This one is just regular.
Okay. So, I will declare my attacks. Attacking 10 into your other creature.
Players.
Let's see. Vanguard for 23.
E with a slow dragon.
Okay. First check critical. All effects blasted arc. Second check, nothing. 28 to your Vanguard. No, 38 to crit to your Vanguard.
So this is 27.
Mm-hmm.
37 plus 5, 42.
It gives him plus 10k shield, 15k shield. Yes, 47.
Yeah. Yep. And you said how much?
38. So you're 42.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yep.
Go ahead. Your turn.
Please. I cried today. It's okay. I'll eventually get something I need, right? I'm in a pickle. I am in a pickle. I'll use Tommy. Look at our Beatrice. Oh, look at all these column bards. I'm gonna get that. Oh, no Jesse, no Damien, no Columbard. What is going on? I swear I want to drop. I'll just drop this.
Understand.
I don't know what else to do with her. Ha ha ha. Actually, I won't drop Beatrice. I'll drop crit.
Okay.
God, I really hope I get something decent out of this. I'm running out of soul. This all depends on my God, I'm crying. Skill. Drop a heal trigger. Okay, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, you got a Negro Bone. Let's go.
I'll pick up the heal. And yeah, then I'll drop Beatrice with the bone at the bottom. Let me think of that.
Sure.
Because I still don't have Jesse. Which is actually a problem.
Do you want to keep it at this then?
No, I'm thinking. 1 second.
Okay.
I want to keep going deeper, and I'm like so scared that if I go too deep, I'm gonna scare myself. But I am gonna go deeper. So yeah, so I will drop Beatrice. Put this to the bottom, the bone. Call out. Call out greed again.
Ooh.
Use greed skill. Too late. Too late. Too late though. Put something back to hands.
I guess Damien gets Jesse though. I mean, it's better than nothing. Or do you?
Yeah, that's true. Which I will be doing. Yeah. Put this pick to hand all over Beatrice. Grab Jesse. God, we went deep, but we kind of made it.
Yeah.
We went deep. I don't have a hand.
Oh gosh. All right.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a bit of a pickle.
It's a funny. The sad part is I don't even have like a great one. Like, oh wait, no, I do, but he's here. But it's okay. So we're going to retire these two.
Ah.
Yeah, to get them out. Actually, we're not gonna retire. We're actually gonna retire these two and get them out. There we go.
Hey.
We made it. We made it. It took a while. It took my entire hand. But we got there.
Oh god.
How many times did I greet shade? Like 3 times?
You did.
Ay, caramba.
Oh, half your deck, 2 PGs, 2 heals.
Oh, we're not talking about it.
Yeah, we're not talking about it.
We're not. Okay. A little bit better. I'm at 1 damage. You can't kill me next turn, right?
Uh-oh. Oh.
Okay, Okay, your owl, doesn't it negate, like, doesn't it act like as a PG? Not
It-
your owl, your
yeah,
J2 guy, your bird.
Yes, my chicken. What?
Your chicken. And it acts as a, because it goes around Flanger. That's the only reason I know that card exists.
So how much power is it?
This will be, I'm sorry, that's what I'm asking. So that's the PG restrict, chicken thing, right?
Oh, it's a 5k. If I intercept into any of my units, it acts as a PG.
It's a PG.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Yeah. It only works on your rear guards, though.
Oh, okay, so Vanguard you can't use it on.
No, correct.
And so, you're just keeping it out for the Skull Dragon, I see you.
I have no idea what you're talking about. It's just chilling.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll just go 24 to base. Yeah, it's 24.
24. Oh, guard with crit.
Alright, counter blast, counter charge. Just get the boy out.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be 18. Actually, yeah. Yeah. 5k, yeah, 18.
18.
The Vanguard.
Guard with the man.
Oh, counter blast, counter charge. What else do I want to get out? I don't want to be aggressive. I think I'll not be aggressive.
No worries.
This guy's he's gonna be 15 total. I'll figure out where I want to swing with him. For now, I'll go this way. This will be 32 Vanguard.
30.
30.
30. No guard.
Check. Phone. Check. Hey, there he is.
Hey,
Bombard.
the boy. Heal trigger.
Finally.
Power
Does
to...
go off.
Does go off. Power to van.
Power band. Alright, so let's hit your owl for
10?
15.
Oh, 15. And how much does the last one hit for?
So it'll be 17, 27, 32.
32. Sure, it does.
Bye-bye out.
Bye-bye.
32 to Vanguard.
32. 38.
Alright, you're good.
Stand. And draw. Right, motor vent. Get a force marker. So I will rest. Let's see one. Okay. Yeah, I'll get the main back. Then, call Blastodark, which gives himself, because of Mordred, a force marker.
Why Mordred?
Hmm?
Why Mordred?
Oh, sorry, Mordred gives him the force marker.
No, I mean, like, why do you play Mordred?
Oh, why? Oh, you're asking me a question. Oh my god. Why Mordred? So a lot of things a lot of people don't really know about me. I guess since this is our first, sort of like really getting to know each other moment. In the TCG, I started playing Kagero as my main clan, but there used to be this online application called Cardfight Capital. If anybody knows it out there, it was a online simulation of the then card game. And when Demonic Invasion came out in the trading card game, a clan called Shadow Paladin came out with it. And during that time, when I was getting into Vanguard, I was doing my certification for IT technician at that point, and I was bored because I had a friend who was from Poland, and he wanted me to go to like a local game store. And he said, hey, there's this cool card game. I played online with friends and stuff. Why not give it a shot? And I was like, hey, it seems kind of cool. Edgy sword boys kind of seems like my motif to go for. So the first one I fell in love with is Phantom Blaster Dragon. So that was my first favorite card at the time until I moved over to play Kagura on a TCG. So that's my TLDR.
Nice. I was just curious because I don't see Mordred being played anymore. It's like Luard and just Luard. So it's nice to see Mordred again.
Yeah, it's sort of like a more of a novel thing for me, really. It's just sort of like if I ever play V, ever at all. I had this actually premium build, but the premium builds are just like, why not just play a flavor of Luard and just be done with it. But I kind of just like this play style of it, so it's sort of what made me happy when Chainranker Dragon came out at the time.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's fun. 30 to your face.
37.
Oh, rude.
Sorry.
So this is 35, 40.
40, 40.
Mm-hmm. You're not gonna die this turn. I was thinking to do a different play if I didn't draw into Mordred, so I'm just gonna do this one because this one is just...
Yeah, I'm just
safer.
thinking about well, I could die.
No, you couldn't. Like, I think if I crit you this turn, I think you still live.
I mean, you know my hand.
Yeah.
I should know my hand.
Yeah. You have 15k shield, so 20k shield in total.
Yep, I gotta take that.
Alright, okay. So this is 28. Converse one. Where you stand? All these good boys over here. Let me get 10k.
And I will be no guarding that as well.
Alright, first check. Second check, nothing. See? You're good.
Maybe. I still have to guard one of your Blaster Darks, man. Actually, no, I think I'm fine. I can... If you ended a crit, I was actually dead.
Let's see.
I literally can't guard either of your Blaster Darks.
So this is 40 and the other one is 45. So I'll just attack with both, and I suspect you're probably gonna just eat both, right?
Yep.
Alright. Jesus, no defensives at all. Ugh.
Yep, that's what I was saying. If you landed a crit, I was dead.
Ugh. Go right ahead, madam.
Yep. And we shall do. Okay, now I gotta figure out some stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta do some voodoo here.
Some of the math.
So I gotta do some voodoo business. You don't have your owl anymore, which makes me very happy. But you're only at 2 damage, which makes me less happy.
It's also one of the reasons why I was thinking to not bring it back either. So what I was thinking to do before was to stay on Phantom Blaster Dragon and use his skill. Let me take a read here. So I was thinking to use his one of his Vanguard skills to deal your opponent damage to put you at 2. Use his skill to retire twice to give myself extra crits. So then, and then call Danger Lunge, and then have him also get an extra crit too. But I didn't have enough force markers to do it, so it didn't matter. I only had 2 at a time.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That probably would have killed me. I didn't have a PG or anything. I would have just straight died. Okay, yes, I'll start with our boy over here. Counterblast. Mill call. The heck do I want to mill? What the heck do I want to call?
And you get the extra attack for every CB that you have, right?
Yeah, one side is free, one side is not free.
Oh, okay.
Essentially. Because the grade 2 and the grade 1, they all like countercharge each other. Even into the 0, the countercharges. But then the other side will be counterblast. So yeah.
Okay.
Gosh. I gotta figure this out though in a certain order. This deck involves a lot more thinking than the Night Rose.
Because then you also need to think of whether or not I hit a defensive trigger in between those attacks.
Which honestly, I think if you land that, you'll be in a good shape. I'm gonna just set up for next turn if I have a next turn. I'll just get a bone.
I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I don't really think that's happening anytime soon.
So I milled bone. I'm gonna call a dragon.
Yes.
That's a very, very big surprise. I'll discard a bone for the other bone.
Mm-hmm.
Call another dragon.
Yeah.
Then I could actually do one more thing. Actually, I could do two things, but I think one of those things is a good idea, so I'm not gonna do one of them. But pain.
So walk us through what you're going to be doing to us this turn.
Pretty much I'm setting up my dragons, and each side will now be attacking from 3 to 2 to 1 to 0. I was trying to get one more booster back here, but it's like... And it can't be this guy because I actually only have one of him. Like, all my ghosties are still in deck, essentially.
Ugh.
But I am gonna just get a booster because I'm gonna discard for a Necrobone and just kind of... I'll just get a different booster. I just need a booster in case you do land a defensive.
Okay.
So bone to the bottom. This gets discarded, and I'm gonna go ahead and call out just anything that's not Damien. Just call it this PG back here. This will get me 5k, so it's not too terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, 5, 1, 1. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So, dragon, they're not hugely huge, but they're not small either. They're not the usual, like, lethality, but they're close. Okay, so this is 5, 10, 15, 20 exactly. So 40, 52.
52. So that is no guard for me. Defensive. Nothing.
Alright. Drop him. With a counterblast.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse will be 19.
19. I will guard with Nume.
Call the 1.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think here? Yeah, I'll go. 13.
I'll intercept.
Parablast counter charge. 0. Up 0. So this will be 13. 13, 23, 28 off of her skill for this guy. So 28 to pick card.
28. Okay. 28. This makes me 33.
Alright. And then how many cards in hand?
I have 6 cards in hand.
6 cards in hand. Okay, 6 cards.
How much more attacks are coming out now after this one?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 more. Okay.
Yeah, 1, and then his attack, and then that's 2. So, and then the grade 2 is 3, the grade 1 is 4, the grade 0 is 5. Yes, 5 attacks total. 30 to Vanguard.
No guard.
Delph, check 2 crits. 2 crits and power rate.
Nice. First crit, power. Second, nothing.
Okay. So, Dragon should be exactly the same. 5, 10, 15, 20 plus the 10k. Actually, he does go down a little bit. You go perfect guard? Okay.
Yeah. Discarding a danger punch.
Alright, so he goes bye-bye. We counterblast. Call the dose. There's the dose. This will be 24 to your Vanguard.
24. I'll intercept.
Okay, and then we'll drop him. We'll counterblast. Grab the 1. Oh, sadly, you're at. I'll have to go full blast here. currently was because I'm just a little short. Next one will not hit you at all, actually. Okay, so this will actually be my final attack. This will be, well, unless I would like. I'll let this one whiff. I'm not gonna boost, so it whiffs.
Okay.
I'm trying to think about numbers. I think the other one will be bigger. So I'll counterblast, call out the 0, wherever he is. There he is. He gets 10k on place. And then I'll go, so this will be 12, 22, off the them being ghosties, 32, and then plus 5, so that's 37.
Okay. I will guard of the heal trigger, makes me 43.
Nice. Alright. That's all I got. It's all you.
Alright. I mean, you still have a perfect guard, a critical trigger in your hand, plus 25k shield, plus an extra. How much extra shield?
Yeah, this they reach 25.
Okay.
On each side.
Stand and draw.
It kind of depends how easily you get those darks out.
I actually have both of them.
Oh, well then.
So I will use the skill. Add a 5k unit, normal unit from my drop to my hand. Adding the damp hood. Calling damp hood. Using damp hood skill. I will soul blast and retire. Add myself my final blast of dark from my deck to my hand. Oh, you're counting your heals.
I am.
How much do you have? 2, right? Still up?
3 total. There's one in here too.
Oh, okay. Alright, it's kind of scary. Bit of a scary Gary. Boy. Yep, I actually have to do this. Come on, this one. Put on this one. Then I will call it over here. Then we will gain a force marker. Give that there. Then I'll call the other one out of my hand. Give the force marker here. This one gains 5k from the grade 1 masquerade.
Yep.
Then I will go 40 to your vanguard.
Oh no, there's no way. GG.
Oh.
I'll have enough. There's just no way. I mean, I could. It's either I take your vanguard or I take your rear guard.
Yeah.
How close were we to a heal? Were we even close to a heal? I watch it be at the very bottom. No, it was midway. Yeah. 2 games missing column bar that early just really kills you. I mean, honestly, Night Rose has a similar problem, so it's kind of rough. Yeah. That's okay.
No, I did really like the additions to Chappie that you made, though. I found that was a very interesting trait.
Yeah, the extra 10k, I can make this, if I had a Tommy here, this column is, like, awful, like, to deal with. Because it's, like, 13 on sewed, 23, 33, 43, 48.
Jesus.
Yeah, this number gets really, really big. But yeah, no, I honestly the bricks were real.
Yeah.
The bricks were real. I kind of came back there, but I had to do a lot of work just to have like an actual turn, which kind of sucked. Like I missed like all of these, all of this, like literally everything in deck that I need. Like this, I missed this. Like this was such a key that I didn't see it both games.
And you run
because
like
I never got to this.
You run 3 copies of it, right, or no?
I actually run 2 right now. I went down 1 today, and I actually just put in the BGs this morning. I wanted to try out a different version. I wanted to go a full crit version. Because before I was running draws, but I think I gotta put the draws back because the deck lacks draw, and I think I need it like pretty badly. I think that's why I'm like having a hard time because I went to tournament with this exact deck yesterday and I definitely had way more success. I didn't brick as badly but also I saw my navigator and my column bard every single game, so I was able to just mill through my deck really fast, and then by the time I actually got to like the serious stuff, I had no problem, dealing with everything. That was the main thing. I only lost one game yesterday, but today, not that day.
Just rough. It's completely.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens. Riding Jesse and Greach definitely do that.
Fair enough.
That's okay. It was still fun. It was still fun. I was originally gonna go in against you with dolls. And then I was like, I'm taking a break from dolls right now. I wanted to bring something that's unique, something people don't normally see. So I thought Ghosties would be an interesting one.
And it was actually really interesting. It was very scary.
Yeah, its pop-off turn is pretty brutal. But if you were literally like one more damage in, if that heal didn't go off, I think I would have maybe killed you.
you definitely would have, because my hand was, I had to discard my Danger Lunge as my win condition, and the only thing I had left was the heal trigger in 2 10Ks. So if you had at a given point in time had left me at 4 when I did sit in no guard, I could have died at the crit there, or you could have killed me when you already had your established drop zone already. So it was just it's a bit of a rough spot for me at that point.
I missed my big pop. I missed 2 turns where I could have popped off because I only had 5 cards in my drop. So.
Oof. All right, so we'll do some closing statements.
Okay.
We'll do some closing statements, give some thoughts. If there's any like leftover things you either want to talk about or you want to feature out, we'll do that.
Okay. Right? Let's switch over.
Closing statements, closing stuff. Yeah, we did it. We got there. Oh, I'm so sorry. You had a very bad run there, but I had a lot of fun fighting against it because it was my first time playing against Ghosties. It was just sort of like I was more concerned like watching like, okay, what's going on over there? It's just
that's why I wanted to be interesting. If I just brought Night Rose, like, I mean, you already know what Night Rose does.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be fun? I want to bring something spicy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it was so nice to watch. All right, so is there any like extra stuff that you also wanted to talk about? Because you're also one of the foremost prominent female content creators right now, at least of the 2020s, I guess, going into 2020, 2021, currently accelerating faster than speed of sound right now. How has that?
You really think so? I don't know about accelerating. Yeah. Where's my duck box? Moving stuff around for the lights.
Oh, that buff Pikachu. Who is that from?
Oh god, that's a story. Let me move my echidna here real quick. Move my ReZero stuff. All right, this right here. Have you heard the story of Buffechu?
No, I have not heard.
You haven't heard the story of Buffechu?
I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
You really are? Are you really?
Yeah, really.
All right. This thing right here, this creation, pretty much happened over because of Amazon. I was on Amazon one day and I found it and I tweeted this out and I was like, "Hey guys, please make me not buy this." And the entire Twitter was like, "No, buy it." So I was like, "You know what? Fine. I'll make Twitch chat decide." So we made a poll on this thing. And we bought it. And we did the whole opening and everything. And actually, funnily enough, there was someone that would argue with me on Twitter who was like, you don't need this. And then they bought the Gengar version of this guy. So now someone in Europe who's a pretty good friend of mine, but he's a content creator, never met him in real life. Like, he has a Gengar version of this. And if you want to make it even better, Winning Image also has the Bulbasaur edition of this as well. So this has been going around.
When all three of you meet up with each other, you have all of them stand up next to each other like pillar men.
Dude, he makes cards look cool. Like when you put a card next to him, it just looks cooler. Okay, like. But yeah, that my entire community knows me for me and my Buffechu and my cursed abilities of finding things that I don't need in my life. But you know what? I even have an emote for it now. It's just how it is.
Buffechu 67.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. He makes you think about working out. So.
Fair
He's
enough.
buff.
Fair
But yeah,
enough.
that's my boy right there back there. My supporter.
But talking about Pokemon though, like, are you an avid Pokemon fan? Do you enjoy that too?
Not at all.
Ooh.
Let me put it this way. I like Pokemon on a nostalgic perspective, but as a kid, I never had a Game Boy. I had the PlayStation 1, the PlayStation 2, the Xbox, the PSP, all that stuff. But I never had a Game Boy, a Game Boy Advance, or any of that. So I actually missed that entire franchise. I missed all the Pokemon stuff. I didn't even have a GameCube. So I never even played I played at my friend's house. I played like the battle one, the Pokemon Showdown or Ultimate, whatever. The one where you fight each other with Pokemon. I played that. But yeah, I missed Pokemon. The only thing I know about Pokemon is just the movies and the show when I was watching as a kid. And even then, I was also watching Yu-Gi-Oh! So to me, like comparing Pokemon, I was like comparing it to Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway. So I never really got that whole like, gotta catch them all and all that stuff. I literally missed like the entire thing. And keep in mind, I come from a Ukrainian background. As a kid, I didn't even watch American TV shows until I was like 7 or 8. I was watching Russian shows as a kid. So I kind of missed out on that end too. So I just literally missed the entire Pokemon franchise, long story short. And yeah, so I like Pokemon from a distance. Like it's cool. Like I think Pikachu's adorable. I like Eevee, but I tried getting into Pokemon like with Alpha Sapphire when I got my 3DS. This is like my own purchase, and I just couldn't do it. I was like, nope, I'm too far. I'm 20 years too behind. So so I never got into it. And as a big advocate of RPG gaming, I've played so many RPGs that to me Pokemon is technically just another RPG. So I feel like I've seen too many different variants of RPGs. So I missed out on Pokemon.
Ended up getting a little desensitized when you see like, oh my god, your rival is coming to fight you. You must defend yourself. You know, it's sort of.
Yeah. I went through all the other franchises instead. So.
Any of them stuck around with you? Any of your favorites?
I love Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider is like my heart and soul. Lara Croft is my baby. I love Lara Croft. I actually have, it's very small right now. I have a shrine over there. It's I recently moved, so you can't really tell, but there's a shrine. I have like signed games, and I have the PlayStation. I have the Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the PlayStation, and then I have all these special editions. I have unopened copies. They're all over there. They're kind of just hiding. But I'm a huge Tomb Raider fan. So it's probably that and like pretty much all the PlayStation staples like Sly Cooper and Jak and Dexter. Ratchet and Clank is a huge one. I love Ratchet and Clank, and I'm a big gamer. Like gaming's like Quake. Recently Quake got remastered, so I'm a big. I like Quake. I like Duke Nukem. I like Doom. I like my bloody games. So I'm kind of all over the place. Final Fantasy's a thing too. Like I literally will play anything. You give me something to play, I'll play it. So
y'all know. She's serious with this. She could name over 20 franchises there over the span of 5 minutes. You know she is serious about it.
Yeah.
Like everyone she mentioned, I just felt like 5 years of my childhood flashing from my eyes. Going over to friends' house after playing basketball with them, just like, oh Jesus Christ, I remember this. God, dude.
Yeah.
NBA Street, oh God, yo. Yeah. That's good, man.
Yeah, that's just some games.
So have there been any recent games you've been like, oh damn, I've been really getting into this? Because you mentioned Quake before, but was there like any ones you were like, yo, this game? This is my 2021 right now.
I finished Devil May Cry 5, like literally like 2 months back, because I've been really, honestly, my Vanguard content, I've been really on Vanguard content recently, so I actually haven't been gaming as much as I normally do, but it's probably DMC5. That game is hot stats times 100. It doesn't matter who you are, like you have to appreciate the boys. They are hot in every form, and the game itself is just really fun, so it's just hard to resist, and that actually made me go back to some old games like Bayonetta, so I replayed Bayonetta, which is also another hack and slasher game. If you guys don't know, it's a brutal hack and slash games, lots of blood, lots of killing, lots of weapon switching, lots of fun, lots of comboing, if you're not aware, but Bayonetta and Devil May Cry kind of play similarly. So that's been a thing, and then recently, Vanguard Insider got me into Genshin Impact, so that's kind of been my life right now, is Genshin Impact. I play a ton of Genshin Impact because he kept nagging me before CardFightCon about Genshin. He was like, Outerorange played Genshin, ho ho ho. And then 24 hours later, I'm playing Genshin. I was like, god damn it.
Oh, Eric.
You got me hooked.
Oh, Eric. Ah, you wild goose, you.
Yeah, yeah. But that's pretty much been my main. It's been Genshin and like I said, Quake because Quake just got the remaster. So I was actually just playing last night. I'm thinking about streaming it maybe. I don't fully know yet, but I might stream it just because it's such a good classic staple that people just don't know enough about. And yeah, that's pretty much been my gaming experience recently.
Whew, jeez. But okay. So that's kind of what she's been mostly up to, outside of her doing her job, outside of her doing content creation, and she's also been in love with games for as long as she's been alive. She's probably been born with controllers in her hand,
You're not
screaming
wrong.
"Get GG Scrub" before she learned any other words, before she said
You're
"Mama." So
you're not even wrong. I've been playing since I was like 2. I'm not even joking. I was playing on my PlayStation. I was like 2. And my uncle had a computer. That's how I got into Quake when I was like 3 years old. I wasn't supposed to. I poked around and they let me use the computer for something, and then I started playing games. At first, they're like, "She's a kid playing a bloody game," and then mom was like, "You know what? Whatever. She doesn't understand what's going on." But yeah, I've been playing for so long. It's not even funny. Tomb Raider is also a very semi-quotation sexualized game, and I've been playing that game since I was 4. So because I have a weird funny story. So you know how you have to press like 2 buttons to do an action sometimes? Well, in Tomb Raider, in order to jump and grab, you have to press 2 buttons. And my uncle and my mom and my grandma had no idea how to play Tomb Raider because of that. They can only jump or they can only like use the grab, but they didn't figure out they can do it together. But then I picked up the game while they're like away and doing their own thing, and I figured it out, and they were like, "Oh my god, she figured out how to play the game." So literally every single night from that on, it was Outerorange comes home from school. Outerorange sits in front of PlayStation. Uncle, grandma, my cousin, and my mother are all behind me, just watching me play this game. And we went through all 5 games like this, by the way. Every single time a new one got released, that's it. They threw it in my face like, "You have to play this," and I'm like, "Okay, I mean, I like it, so here I go playing it."
wow, and that's a very rare thing in comparison to other parents. Like they would be, to be behind their children a bit, helping them out and stuff like that. But like really having your whole family member supporting your hobbies, supporting your stuff wholeheartedly and enjoying themselves. They were your first speedrun fan base, man. That's so cool.
It was really fun. We all lived in the same apartment too. I used to live in New York, and we had this one 4-story building, and we lived on the 4th floor, and my uncle and my aunt lived on the 3rd floor, so we literally just go up and down the stairs and talk to each other when I was a kid, so it was fun times.
Jeez. And now she's over here talking to us.
Yeah.
Don't we feel fortunate? Holy moly. But thank you so much, Outerorange. Thank you so much for taking out your time to talk to us. Is there any last little plugs? Anything you want to share with anybody else in the Ethosphere? Anything you want to say?
Well, yeah, as you guys know, I'm Outerorange, and I mainly do YouTube content, so you guys can check me out on there if you're really into Grand Blue, Bermuda Triangle, or Pale Moon. Those are kind of like my main focuses. Those are like my main go-to clans, so I do a lot of stuff on there. I do a lot of overdressed stuff with Lyrical Monasterio and Zorga being best boy currently for me in the format, so because he's awesome. So I've been doing a lot of that stuff, so you guys can check me out on there. I'm trying very hard to hit my 1K because we are so close. I want to be able to do more things with my community, so that would be cool. I also do Twitch. I mostly do remote fights and card stuff and sometimes occasional gaming here and there, so you guys can check me out there. And then there's of course Twitter, also outer/orange, outer dash orange. And you guys check me out on there. So that's pretty much all I got. If you guys like it, subscribe.
Nice. All right.
Nice.
All right, Outerorange, thank you so much for stopping on by.
Of course.
Thank you, awesome people at home, for staying on as well. So, Outerorange, you do us the honors in signing us out.
All right, guys. You guys. Oh gosh, how do I do this? You guys have a wonderful day, and peace out. Das Vidania. Until next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.